Cougar front living, 10,000 pounds on the button here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. There's a lot of fifth wheels on the market, probably more now today than ever before. So why is it for 15 years Cougar has been undefeated in its sales record? 15 consecutive years, Cougar's the #1 selling fifth wheel in its market. That's shockingly dominant. Why? That's what I want to hit on this video. What are the things that separates this from all the copycats out there? Because this is the most highly copycatted fifth wheel out there. You hear everybody say, this is the Cougar killer. This is the Cougar, and it ain't dead. It's still #1. The killers failed. If at any point you like what you see in this video or you find it useful, all I ask is the opportunity to earn your business when the time is right. That's why I leave a link down here in the video description. It says check for price and availability. You're one click away from answering questions like, how much does it cost? What are the tank capacities? How long is this thing? All those simple, easy, basic things we have published. We're transparent, we're easy to work with, and our price doesn't change whether you do or don't have a trade. And I don't care where you live. We'll put it in your driveway, put it on your campsite, put it in the neighbor's backyard, wherever you want it. All we need is a chance to earn your business. We even do trucks here for package deals, trade, stitching, pieces, parts, financing, everything. So let's get dug into the #1 fifth wheel on the market. Triple painted automotive grade nose cap here. And Cougar owns their own paint shop. It actually used to be the Newmar Diesel Pusher paint shop, which is nice. They have supreme facilities. They said, hey, we like what you do, but we're huge. We're buying that. The entire skin has a full like gel coat high gloss coating to it, so it's going to be very good at holding up in weather conditions in the sun. It was raining all morning, so you know it's very dreary outside, but doesn't this full body color package just really punch out against that dreary gray background? It still looks good even on an ugly day. That's impressive. One touch, automatic leveling, which at this point most fifth wheels in this size and category have, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about that, but I do want to hit on a couple important factors. For instance, the way that this is 0 to 100 degree tested, which I suppose is today's definition of 4 seasons. You also notice the skirting. This metallic skirting right here, it wraps all the way around to the underbelly enclosure. And that might seem like no big deal, but you don't realize most fifth wheels don't do that. So they're doing a better job of fully enclosing their underbelly instead of only enclosing between the I-beams. Now, under that corrugated underbelly enclosure, you have forced air heating, you have extra insulation, that again, you have all of your gate valves, your water lines, all those things are protected. They're heated, they're enclosed. Cougar has a little patent on these little flaps right here. I've only got one hand because I'm holding the baggage door up, pardon me. Should have just latched that. But those little flaps right there, so you can either have a full flat pass-through deck or handy little tool chests or utility spaces. There's your one-touch auto leveling thing. You'll see that your core structure of the trailer is all aluminum. They have one sheet flooring, upper deck, lower deck. Each are one sheet seamless Dynaspan flooring, 50% stronger across the span than plywood because it does not have break points. They've got the Moride Series 3000 suspension system. That stands for compression, rubber, equalization. What that means in English is that your fifth wheel's got sneakers. It's got shock absorbers built directly into the chucks and everything to help soak that kinetic energy up before it gets translated into your windows, into your roof fasteners, into your vehicle, so that you're not bouncing down the road. This is going to just tow better. Now, if it's towing better, that means that it's not getting jarred apart and falling apart and wiggling loose, and you don't have that problem. Then again, with the double-sided, double-welded aluminum structure, that's just not really something Cougars are known for. They don't really suffer from structural defects. You see a lot of similarities here between Cougar and its, I guess, big brother, sister, cousin, whatever you want to call it, Montana. They both have that same one-sheet floor decking. Talked about how strong that is. They have the same roof decking up there. They both have walk-on roofing. This has the full LED exterior as well as interior package. Your marker lights, your tail lights, all lights inside and out are LED. Lights under the awning, all over the place. This little light of mine, I'm not going to finish that. Under bed storage. Trick with a lot of front living rooms is that they actually typically don't have excellent pass-through or outside storage. This helps recoup some of that, but overall, this actually is not bad. As far as front living rooms go, this has one of the most reasonable pass-through storage areas I've seen. It's plenty sufficient. I don't really feel like it's too small. I think they've done a very good job right there. Other little detail things, like the fact that we've just got the easier wow, that is strong. That's aggressive. Magnetic latches here so that you can just leave it flipped up, keep it out of the way. It's done. And again, look at the sheen and the reflectivity on that skin right there. Good looking stuff. Because God forbid you enjoy looking at your RV and you're a little bit proud of it. Anti-slip aluminum steps so that on wet, yucky days like today, your feet aren't sliding around, because this is not a slip and slide. One thing they did here I really like is they didn't mess with the middle of the trailer. You got a slide there, but you've got a big patio space right in the middle. They didn't punch out another slide on the door side of the RV, so you actually have a nice place for picnic tables. And because that's an elevated slide, frankly, it's not really interfering with the patio space whatsoever anyway. Wider 30-inch entry door, by the way. That's something I enjoy on these. Your power awning is a super easy pitch adjustable, just literally 2 fingers and it kick right down. The friction hinge door, catching it in the wind today when, it goes, no, I don't want to move. This door's like my 6-year-old. It's like, all right, let's go. And it's like, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, one day you're going to be a strong leader, but right now, I just love you. So, right next to the entry door over here, you've got your little hideaway control panel. I like that they put a little magnetic latch in this so it doesn't flop around in transit. But boom, ceiling lights all in one switch there, and all your main cabin lights kick on, and you can see they've got a good lighting package in here. Before I move on, remote control here for your power levelers, your slide outs, your power awning lights, all that stuff right here. If one person is setting this RV up alone, you can line of sight from the exterior your slide outs to make sure you don't crush things. And here in the kitchen, or living room actually, up there, you have a max air fan with a wall controller back here. What's cool is that does have a rain sensor built into it. So if you leave it open and you leave and the weatherman gets it wrong, because that never happens, he says facetiously, it will close itself so that you don't have a big water puddle and a torrent of, whitewater rapids flowing down into your RV. I love that extra skylight above that kitchen slide. Cougar does a lot of that. Lets in a lot of good light here. This is called the Cashmere Decor. That's the lighter fabrics with some very gentle light accent tones here on your seating and window treatments. It's the lightest of the... Oh, I couldn't find my coat earlier. I left it on that chair. Never mind. Moving on. Mystery solved. Anyway, it's lighter, it's brighter, it feels bigger, and bigger to me feels better most of the time. And I like how they made this railing very minimal. It's not obstructive, it doesn't block your view, and it opens this thing up and makes it feel so big inside. We've had similar floor plans like this in the past from other brands, but they always felt boxy and small. I do not feel claustrophobic in here. So let's jump up into this living room. This L-shaped lounge right here is one of the areas where the Cougar front living does differentiate itself, because what it gives you is a perfect spot to sit down, lounge, look at the TV. A lot of front living rooms have a flat mounted television. So if I'm standing in the middle of the trailer, if I'm showing a customer a trailer, they're looking at it going, oh man, this looks great. But when you sit down on fixed, non-swivel seating, all you're doing is staring across. You're not looking at the TV unless you want to get a neck cramp staring at a movie all night. Well, you don't have that problem at Cougar because the TV kicks out to accommodate you and where you sit. Neat thing here is this is a storage bench, that is a storage bench, this is a hide-a-bed. So you've got extra bonus storage upstairs, and you still have a supplemental sleeping. Oh, look at that. Perfect little place to keep a drink up here, because that's one of the things I was looking around going, not a real good place to keep a drink over here. Well, they beat me to the punch. Never mind. Nice little, kind of a nod to the luxury fifth wheel segment are these nice Blackout roller shades here. And part of the reason you're able to get that at a very priced aggressively trailer is the fact that Keystone is the largest manufacturer of fifth wheels, period. I don't care what anybody else says. Nobody builds more fifth wheels than Keystone. And as a result, they just have the best pricing possibly available. Neat thing is, a lot of your lights, the lights that you can reach up and touch, they're just touch activated. And remember, that is a rain sensor vent. I love that. So you've got good storage around the entertainment center here too. Even on both sides of your electric space heating fireplace. In one of the cabinets over here, there's an AM/FM CD DVD Bluetooth player, so you don't have to lug along extra electronics. I love, though, that they left you open pockets for like Blu-ray players and satellite brains and stuff like that. They hit every note in the symphony in a Cougar. I don't know how else to say it other than like metaphorical cheese stuff like that, but it's true. They do everything that matters, and they don't waste time on fluff stuff. I really respect this brand. So the beautiful walk-in middle kitchen is something, I don't know, I've always liked this because look at that window. And that window, remember, is dead under your patio awning, and your patio awning runs across this whole wall of windows over here is right under the awning so that you get to see your campsite. You're not looking at the neighbor or nothing stupid like that. Nice freestanding hardwood dining set because, you know, why not? It's nice and comfortable. It's perfect for couples, or if you have guests, kick out that little leaf and there you go. This is an awesome entertainer's floor plan. If you like to have a couple or two over, you can have, you know, your little kitchen conversation. You can have your cards going. You know you're from Michigan, by the way, when you can say and spell euchre. And if anybody wants to play euchre, you come to our dealership. I will take you on. That is my game. So, kitchen slide over here, and there's a surprising amount of kitchen in a small space here. We're going to start with a 12 cubic foot gas and electric refrigerator freezer. So this thing, it's got the 4-door fridge freezer. It's 50% bigger than the standard refrigerator freezer in this class because, you know, they figure that this is a model, even though this is at 10,000 pounds, this is probably the most towable front living room on the market. But front living rooms tend to be very conducive to park camping and more seasonal or extended stays. And that bigger fridge, we saw that and said, man, we got to put that in there to really bulk up the cold storage space. But you're not hurting for any kind of other storage. This big pantry with adjustable shelving, so you can customize it to your needs in the slide off the floor plan so that it's not eating up space. You got your entry kitchen hutch right here where, I mean, you can just stuff that thing full with a cute little wine rack. And solid surface kitchen counters in Cougars is a nice touch. And I like Big Cougar as compared to Little Brother X-Lite has a little bit upgraded kitchen hardware here with a little pull-out sprayer. But I like, you either usually get a high-rise faucet or a sprayer faucet. You don't usually get both. That's a nice touch. Now, by going to a solid surface countertop, they sealed the edges and made it waterproof. So that allows for the opportunity to have a nice, beautiful luxury fifth wheel stainless under-mounted sink. And they went with the full-size one. They didn't go like the little halvesies smaller one because that's no good. And this sink cover is pretty darn thick. I mean, you can use that. You can walk in with a heavy bag of groceries, set your jugs of milk there. It's not going to buckle and break. A lot of people are wondering why so many manufacturers this year have gone to the molded resin sink covers as opposed to solid surface. The reason being, the manufacturers didn't, neither manufacturers nor dealerships, and I'll take my credit for this, maybe this is something we should have done better, educated people enough to tell them you need to take solid sink covers off the sink and stow them in transit, otherwise they could vibrate and break because they're not made for that kind of stress. They're made for sitting. Well, rather than get into a game of the blame game and pointing fingers, Cougar said, why don't we just put a component in there that's failure proof, that's idiot proof, you know? Even a caveman can do it. So that's another thing I like about them. They don't look for a way out. If there's a product failure, they don't try to say, well, you must have used it wrong. It's your fault. They say, okay, we need to build it better so that it can't fail. That, I think, is smart. Again, one switch lighting in every room of this thing with a big, if you've heard me say in my videos a lot, I'm going to say it again, big honkin' linen closet. And that, I mean, goes all the way down to the floor. That's not a false door or anything there either. Because the bathroom is on the lower deck, you will never have headroom problems in here. You've got a tall shower. I like that you have lots and lots of leg room. You can stretch your legs out if you need to spend some time here on the throne, or you can actually stand here and put on a pair of pants without smacking your head against a cabinet, a sink, or whatever. Big sink, too. And, you know, the space down here, perfect for like your extra shampoos or rolls of toilet paper or whatever you need. And a big medicine cabinet as well. That is a That is a really big medicine cabinet, so you can keep all your like shavers and stuff in there and not keep them cluttered around the sink. The rear bedroom is fantastic. Let me slide in here real quick. I'm going around a different way from what I normally do. Once again, boom, one switch lighting, and you can see how it comes to life in here. There is a tremendous amount of bedroom storage in here. That is something that Cougar's always done a good job of historically, is giving you excellent bedroom storage space. Let me back up and give you the full Monty here. I don't think I used that phrase correctly. I think you know what I mean. I'm definitely not going to give you the full Monty. Anyway, so his and hers, large, very realistic wardrobe closets. We've got 6 dedicated dresser drawers here. A nice shelf for whatever extra appliances you want. You can put a TV up in here as well, or you can just enjoy a nice window. I like that they give you that. They give you both options. If it were me, I would probably put a pedestal mounted TV here, and then when I was in transit, I would take the TV, set it on the bed, roll it up in the bedspread, and store it under the bed for transit. That's what I would do personally. But everybody camps different. That's something that I've learned over time. And this is a true queen bed. This is a 60 by 80 true queen. Again, there is storage below it. I like the big... Hey, there's Mr. Haylett right there. He has no idea we're spying on him. He's going to check out our new inventory. That's one of the things I actually like about working here. We have a very active, involved owner. Mr. Haylett is a fifth wheel RVer himself. We look at these things the way that you look at these things. I tend to go bunkhouse trailer camping, but I'm not going to lie. I spend some time in his big fifth wheel. I call it the rescue barge. The first time my wife went camping with us, she goes, "Don't you need this or that, the other thing?" I'm like, no, they got it all covered over there. Like, we went over for a snack one day, and Mrs. Haylett started cooking ribs. I'm like, this is amazing! So, enough about that. This fifth wheel is equally amazing. If you think it looks good, give us a call. If you found this video useful, give us a call. If there's, you have specific questions, I mean, you're gonna have questions. You probably should have questions. There's no way that this video should reasonably cover every single thing you could possibly want to know. So, if, this gets you most of the way there, but you need a little help crossing the finish line, all you gotta do is give us a call. We are here to serve. So take care, stay safe, have fun, happy camping, everyone. We are Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And I don't know why I want to say we will rock you. I didn't go with it. I probably should. Now I'm rambling. Now this is awkward. Goodbye.